Becky, Blaisdell, and daughter.
Hi, I'm Jen Whitaker.
I'm Kathy Crosby.
Hi, my name is Susan Powers.
My name is Mark Berdinghausen.
Hello, I'm John Montan. I'm currently serving as Church Council President of the Canton Unitarian Universalist Church.
Well, hi. So my name is Jim Williams.
I'm Pat Alden.
My name is Todd Moe.
"56 years.
I've been in the church since 2011 or 12.
I found my way into the church in the summer of 2019.
Since about 2003.
Since about the year 2000.
I joined the church approximately 1980.
So I started coming here probably over 20 years ago.
In 1976 or 77.
I've been a member of this church for over 20 years.
We initially joined mostly for our children. We wanted them to be part of the RE program.
My daughter was invited by James Galzinski, our minister, to talk to the congregation about how members of the community can help transgender youth. So before I found my way into the UU, I had a job I loved. I still love my job. And I have a family that I love. And I had nothing else. I basically had no other life. And then I found the UU. And I realized that what I was missing were relationships. And that was the part of my life I found here.
I first became a member when my children were young, and I really felt that they needed to learn the values and be in with friends and education in an area or a location that had the same values that we had. And we didn't feel that they were getting that from their friends and their education in the public school at that time. So we became very active in the religious education. They're now grown and in their 20s, but I am still here.
I was raised in a family that attended Unitarian Church in Maryland since before I was born. It's kind of a family tradition. Soon after my father died in 1999, I felt like I wanted to carry on his legacy, to be a part of and to be a supportive member of the Unitarian Universalist congregation.
My wife and I joined the church. We had recently moved back to Canton. We met at St. Lawrence University and we got married at St. Lawrence University in the chapel. But we had moved away for various reasons. Came back in 1977 and we really wanted to have a church home, and I had remembered Max Kutz, so we had a good relationship, and I decided this was going to be my church home, and Kathy was on board with that, so we joined then.
A friend of our daughter's invited us to come here, and I guess what kept us maybe involved in the early years was the religious education program. We were really excited for the opportunity for our kids to meet another group of kids, just to give them some different opportunities and different perspectives.
I first came to the church because of the reputation of the minister, Max Kutz.
I moved here from a big city. I grew up in a Methodist church, and I went to a Lutheran college. After college, I started attending a Lutheran church. And then when I moved out here with my partner, there were no Lutheran churches. At least there weren't very many. And my choir director back in my congregation in Minneapolis said, I think you should consider the Unitarian Universalist Church in Canton. So I checked it out. One of the first Sundays we moved, after we moved here, did some church shopping, and I realized that this was the church for me. And it has since been the church for both me and my partner.
Well, Todd Moe is a perfect example. He is the news person on North Country Public Radio every day, early in the morning. And so I always, when I hear his voice, I say, "Oh, good morning, Todd." And I would not have known him except that he is an active member of the church.
I also just find it to be a real warm and welcoming community that I feel a part of, and it always feels good to belong to something like that. It also, I'm relatively introverted, and this community kind of makes me come outside of my shell and do things that maybe I wouldn't think to do myself.
I discovered people who share values with me, who cared about me immediately. I made friends that were no longer friends because I worked with them. They were friends because we shared common values and belief, because we saw hope in the world that we wanted to enact, and it changed my life. And now my life is so much fuller. If I were to ever say now that I hate my life, I'd be lying, because the UU showed me how to love all of my life again.
Been very active in a number of projects. We've done vegetable gardens to take food to local pantries. We work on a pollinator garden. We work on our green sanctuary program. So I really enjoy the opportunity to use some of the things that I value, which includes a lot of thinking about the environment and the climate and environmental justice, and thinking about and having an avenue for those sorts of projects in a community with like-minded, or a community of people who have similar values and are like-minded.
I like coming here because it's quite often a very grounding sort of experience. Regular attendance kind of often gives me a boost of enthusiasm that carries me through the rest of the week. I enjoy worship, the singing of the hymns and the readings. I like being part of the choir. Being in front of the congregation kind of feeds my ego and helps me feel like I'm a member of the congregation, an active member of the congregation.
It's meant the world to me. The church has always been there for us in good times and in very hard times. To me, spirituality is connection with other people and with the environment and with life on earth. And this church gives me the freedom to explore and expand that spirituality in a way that's unfettered by dogma and excessive creed restraints, and allows me to use my reason, intellect, and emotion to achieve a more fulfilling life. So I'm eternally grateful to this church for that opportunity and that ongoing ability to do so.
Over the years, I've attended more frequently and got more involved. I certainly really appreciated the tenets of the UU Church. Things like valuing the inherent worth and dignity of every person, the interdependent web of life in which we're all a part. And our motivation to really promote social justice issues. I've been volunteering with the religious education program for some time. I guess I really get a lot out of it. I always feel that whenever I get an opportunity to work with young people and to share some of these values and beliefs with a younger generation, I feel like I'm kind of giving back to the community. And then I think some of the most moving services I see during the course of a year would be like the coming of age service, or when the kids from the religious education program actually put on a service, and just seeing the talent and insight that these young people have really gives me inspiration that, the next generation is really going to take this mission forward and really hopefully change the world for the better.
Being part of a community, it helps me understand what community is and why that's important. I think I had an idea that community was a bunch of friends that you really liked and enjoyed being with. But now, in later years, I feel like a community is a group that you pledge your allegiance to unconditionally. I find that actually to be a very meaningful, satisfying thing to do.
I was looking for a community of like-minded people. I'm gay. I'm also an atheist. And this is the place that I feel most welcome. This is a place where I can say, I'm gay, I don't believe in God, and there are going to be other people around here in this church community who will be in agreement with me. This is a place of a lot of great community, a lot of terrific people, a lot of caring people. I broke my ankle years ago, and the outpouring of cards and phone calls and offers to give me a ride home from work were just amazing. But I think really the most important thing is that I learn something every Sunday. Every Sunday, I feel like I leave this place knowing something that I didn't know a few hours before. It might be that I know something about a particular topic, or it might be that I know something about a particular person, or maybe it's something that I learned about the speaker that particular Sunday. So I love this place for the fact that I grow intellectually as well as spiritually. I learn something new every Sunday, and that's one of the things that keeps me coming back.